Brian delivers you the goods here, coming back at you for another review. This time I'm gonna do a review for the Supernatural Season 8, the one most of you have been waiting for. It's just I had to take a break from it for a few days because I had to do 6 videos for that. Might have to do more for this, I don't know. But I'll go into detail episode by episode and let you know my thoughts on this. Now, this episode 1 is called We Need to Talk About Kevin. It starts off right after Dean. It shows Dean or whatever escaping from purgatory somehow. But they don't go into too much detail on that yet. And at the end of season 7, it showed Sam being on his own. And Dean was in a dark place, so he was in purgatory. And so Dean's having flashbacks as well about remembering purgatory. And he saves this vampire named Benny or whatever. I don't know how. You get confused in the beginning. You're like, what the fuck's going on? And he hitches a ride from certain people just to get back to Sam. And Sam leaves Amelia, this chick he was with for the past year. And there'll be more into detail on that throughout the season, so I'll get into detail about that soon. And so Dean and Sam reunite, but under different circumstances where they have to make sure they're them. I'm like, okay. I think episode 1's a decent episode. They're just looking for Kevin, just to pretty much find out what's going on and where he is. Because last time we remember he was kidnapped by Crowley, and Crowley's using him for certain purposes, just to read the demon tablet or whatever from him or from Kevin or something. And I think, Sam didn't really get in touch with him or whatever, so he kind of left him by himself. And he's saying he ran away from Crowley on those voicemail messages that he left for Sam, that Kevin left for Sam. And Dean was overhearing him, and he's like, you were supposed to protect him and all that, and you didn't do your job. Well, he said this, but pretty much they go to find Kevin, and they ask around with his girlfriend at college or whatever, and she said he's not here. And they find him at this church or whatever, barricaded at this church because he's running away from demons. And then demons show up, and pretty much Kevin's girlfriend's a demon at the time. And Crowley snaps her neck. That's pretty much what really happens in the season, and then it kind of ends it there. And right after, it shows Dean walking away in a gas station talking to Benny. Episode 1 is getting a 4.5 out of 5. Episode 2, What's Up, Tiger Mommy? This is where Kevin wants to go back and see if his mom's okay. And Sam and Dean kind of disapprove of it at the time because they need to make sure of his safety. And they still go anyway, and they have to kill off the demons that are there at the time, and they have to kill off Kevin's aunt or whatever, or friend or something, I don't know. But pretty much Kevin runs into his mom again, and they try to get away from the demons, so they have to leave their own house and find out about this thing or whatever. It showed in the beginning of the episode this guy going into a bank and a lot or whatever, getting some kind of item or whatever from his safety box or whatever. And like, we've kept it here for you for a long time, and then he killed the chick or whatever that was helping him. He's like, I'd like to make a withdrawal. And I'm like, ugh. But yeah, this was like a auction thing that they were going to, full of monsters and Greek gods and all that. It actually showed the Thor's hammer or whatever, and that was pretty cool. And he's like, "What about 32 virgins in the bag or whatever?" And blood of 32 virgins or whatever. And he's like, and Sam's whacks him with Thor's hammer. That was actually pretty funny. But yeah, Crowley was there at the time, and so was Kevin, his mom, Sam, and Dean as well. And Crowley's just trying to screw them over, and he finds out about the gates of hell because he possessed Kevin's mom. So pretty much it went down like that, and Kevin's mom's soul or whatever is gone because she has no soul. I don't know, I guess she has no soul, I'm not sure. It didn't really go into too much detail. And Dean's still having flashbacks about the... What is it? Purgatory and what he had to do there. And this angel talks to him about Cass or whatever and what happened to him. And Cass was there, but he got left behind. That's what it showed. And yeah. Kevin ran away, so did his mom. And I know in the last episode it showed Sam and Dean talking about what they did the past year. And Sam saw a girl and talked about that. And Dean was just having flashbacks of purgatory, and he said it was like hell, 100-degree weather, and full-on combat. Pretty much you're fighting for your life every day. And yeah, that's where he stumbles upon this vampire Benny or whatever it shows, I think. So yeah, episode 2 is getting a 4.5 out of 5. Episode 3, Heartache. Now this one was okay. This was about this guy Brick or whatever, who was this famous athlete or whatever, who did baseball, boxing back in the day. I guess football. I'm not sure about basketball. Just almost any kind of sport he did. Anything involving athletics and extreme sports, he did that. But he had a secret, and he prayed to this god or whatever, and he had to devour human hearts, which was disgusting, so he could live longer and all that. And this chick had Brick's heart or whatever, and they had to stop this chick and other people that were involved with Brick's passing and his heart or whatever. It was a weird episode. They do stop this chick or whatever, Sam and Dean, and kill her. And yeah, the story ends there. But I think this episode's getting a 4 out of 5. It's not a bad episode. It's just okay. Episode 4, Bitten. This was about these 3 college kids or whatever. My bad if I said chicks. Kids that were, they just filmed a video, and the first chick's Kate, and, crap, I forgot the other 2. Michael and, trying to remember what the other kid's name was. But it showed Michael getting bitten by his own teacher, and they have to find out who's mutilating the bodies, Sam and Dean, because his teacher was doing it at the time because he's a werewolf. And Michael does get bitten by his own teacher, and he thinks he's like a god or whatever, but no, he's not. He's a werewolf. So he kills one of these guys who was kind of a dick to him. And then he guess he bites. No, he doesn't. His friend or whatever wanted to be just like him and do all that. Everything was going good for them in the beginning until they had to get involved with this werewolf stuff. But pretty much his teacher was the one that got him into that or whatever, or started the killings and everything. And yeah, his friend or whatever got bitten by his teacher because he wanted to. And then Kate got involved with it and got bitten by Michael's friend. And Michael died by his friend's hands or whatever, and Kate killed him as well. So Kate ran away after that, and it showed at the end of the video what they were going to decide to do. And Sam and Dean and what they were going to decide to do about Kate. So they let her go to give her a chance. And that's pretty much it. There's not really much to get involved with on that. It's getting a 4.5 out of 5. It's not a bad episode. Episode 5, Blood Brother. This is where Benny comes in, and Dean has to help out Benny with his revenge that he's trying to get on his old man, the guy that turned him and killed him, and his beloved or whatever, I think, got turned by him, and so he wanted to get revenge on him, and he did, surprisingly. And he had to kill his... Well, he didn't kill his lover. Dean actually did that. And Sam was trying to figure out where Dean is and all that. And so, Sam kind of followed Dean or whatever, tracked his phone or something like that. And yeah, this episode is not too bad. It explains more about what Benny did and why he got killed and all that. So I'm giving this a 4.5 out of 5. It's not a bad one. Episode 6, Southern Comfort. This one was with Garth and all that, and it showed about this soldier that's who's a ghost or whatever, possessing people to kill other people that they don't like or something. And yeah, it's from this coin or whatever. And yeah, first it was the mom that got possessed and killed her own husband. And then it was her son that got possessed and killed someone that he didn't like in a gas station. And then it was, after that, it was like a police officer, I think. And then, it was Dean after that. So, yeah, this thing goes around possessing people to do bad things, and then Dean gets infected by it, and Garth actually touches it, and they're like, no, don't do it. And he's like, no, it's okay. And yeah, it's... Dean and Garth kind of have a little bit of conflict in this when Dean gets on Garth about being the new Bobby. And Garth didn't like that a little bit. So yeah, they do stop this ghost or whatever. They have to burn and destroy the coin somehow. And that pretty much ends that. This episode is getting a 4.5 out of 5. I will be back in the next video to explain the rest of the episodes. I was lucky to do 6 of them in this one, so yes. So comment below, let me know your thoughts on these episodes I explained for the start of Season 8, and I'll see you in the next video.